games you've been trying to buy?
I did. Not Resident Evil 4, unfortunately, because my Xbox is too old, and I think I'm too nervous to put it on my PC because I have PTSD from when I was a child wanting to play Sims 3 on my laptop, and it absolutely destroyed my shit.
That's how you fried your laptop?
No, it's not how I fried my laptop. It's just, like, I got this laptop in high school, and I got it for my 16th birthday. Basically, it was like, you can either have a 16th birthday party or we will buy you a laptop. We are not doing both. So I ended up going for a laptop, and then my mom threw me a small 16th birthday party. And then my stepdad was like, what the fuck?
You're like,
I was like, I got the Hannah Montana, bitch. So anyways, on that laptop that I got for my 16th birthday, one of the first things I did was like buy and download The Sims 3.
Yes.
And so by time like I moved here and was like living here and everything, everybody knew when I turned on my laptop because it would just be like it sounded like a fucking lawnmower in the house, and I'm like, nope, just my laptop.
You're like, we are preparing for takeoff. Listen.
And I had to like point a fan, like a box fan, towards my laptop to keep it cool, because otherwise it would fry. It would like overheat in like less than 5 minutes.
Dude, that's so bad.
Hence why I have not played Resident Evil 4 yet, but I've seen every single edit and I've seen every single fucking analysis, and it looks so great. Back to my main point. I've been playing Ocarina of Time recently on my 2DS.
Yeah.
Because, okay, Ocarina of Time is probably like one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games, if not one of my favorite games in general of all time. I don't know if I have an actual genuine favorite game of all time. If I do, it's
valid.
If I do, it's probably like fucking, I don't know, Dig Dug. I don't fucking know. But so when the whole like 3DS eShop was closing and stuff like that, all I wanted was to buy Ocarina of Time on my 2DS because I felt that the remaster looked absolutely beautiful, and I was like, I really want to play it as the remaster. Got home from the makeup store too late to purchase it digitally, so I was able to find a copy on Amazon for like a little bit more than it was digitally. And I've been playing through it the past couple of days, and it's really just like reignited my love for the Legend of Zelda series. That was like, you know, there's many things that I will follow. Well, there's few things that I will follow in life until the day that I die. A Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie release, a Legend of Zelda game release, a Luigi's Mansion release.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Luigi's Mansion and Mario Sunshine. But like, so like it's just been so cool to play through it. Like I'm like gonna fucking ramble on for a few minutes about it because I love the story of the game. It's a very classic, like, save the princess, obviously, and it's just this beautifully like written, beautifully paced game where, you know, you have your little secrets here and there and just like your little Easter eggs that you can find. Oh my god. So I've gone through like the first like third of the game where you need to like unlock the Temple of Time, and I recently got through to that and like am in the stage where you have to go to the 5 sages and unlock the 5 sages and all that. Oh my god. I'm just having such a fucking blast. Sitting there on my little fucking 2DS like I'm 10 years old, hiding underneath the covers while my mom's like, go to bed! Like, I like playing my fucking 2DS. Oh my god.
You know what? It just kind of is like, yes, having complex levels and, you know, different kind of things is nice, but you can't beat like a solid story and just gameplay that engages you.
Yeah, like, and to be fair, the levels, I feel like the first third of the game, I like breezed through. And I don't know, I don't think it's because I remember everything. Because it's been a really long time since I've actually played Ocarina of Time. The last time I played Ocarina of Time was actually on my Nintendo 64. So, it's been a real long time since I touched it, so I don't think this is like a memory thing of like.
Oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, the first dungeon when you go inside the Great Deku Tree. Oh, I remember that shit like the back of my hand. I was like, give me that nasty
Core memory
eyeball motherfucker. But I feel like everything after that, I'm like, I don't remember this shit. Some of it, I'm like, this is a lot shorter. Like, the trek that you make from where you originate in the Kokiri Forest to Hyrule Castle, a lot shorter than I remembered it. The time frames, the day and night cycle, way quicker than I remembered it.
Of course.
I was like, I took 10 steps and it was nighttime. And I'm like, hello? Took 20 more steps, daytime. I'm like, what the fuck
You're
is
like,
this?
what is happening?
But it's still just like, I know that now that I am past that first third of the game, and I'm now, trying to trek to get to the 6 sages and all of that, I know that the puzzles are going to get more difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And it's already shown, but I'm like reveling in it. I'm like, wow.
You're like, give it to me. I want it all.
Literally. I've been like juggling between that. Well, last week I was juggling between that and the Resident Evil 3 remake, which I know that we talked about off podcast that I was a little underwhelmed by, but I'm very glad that I bought it like 3 years later, 3 years after it released at a discounted price. Because I feel like if I would have purchased it for $60, I would have been pissed.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I watched you play and I was like, cool. Like, she's enjoying the game, but I'm like, that's not worth $60, my dude.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And I mean, again, like, these are one of the things. There's another one on my list that I'll probably follow till the day I die is a fucking Resident Evil release. Other than fucking movies. Don't even get me started on the fucking movies again.
I didn't even say anything about the movies. You're already going. I've never fucking watched the movies.
It's like the fucking placebo thing, or I don't even fucking know. It's like the second I think of it, I'm like, ew.
You're like ingrained in my brain.
Get
Pavlov dog.
Get this.
You hear it and you're just like, Resident Evil movie.
Like, get Mila Jovovich the fuck away from this Resident Evil title. I swear to God. No, but like Resident Evil 2 to me is like fucking perfect. It's a perfect remake. Enhances everything that was good about Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil 2, fixes things that were not so great in the original Resident Evil 2. You literally play through the fucking campaign twice in order to win the game, and it's not like you're doing the same story. It's like 2 different stories, so that's
cool, though.
Increases your game, like increases the time that you're on the game, really makes that money that you spent worth it. I spent the full $60. I got that game on release in 2019.
Oh, wow.
And I think I've played through it at least twice. I don't usually play through games more than once. Just like a movie.
You got your money's worth.
Yeah, just like a movie. I usually just like watch the movie once and I'm done. I usually play a game once, and when I beat it, I'm done. I'm like, well, cool. This motherfucker, I played at least twice.
Good deal.
So good. But anyways, this has nothing to do with Ocarina of Time. I'm just saying that Ocarina of Time is so good. I could go on fucking tangents about this shit all day, but you know what else? Usually gets played once and that's it?
The Sim of the Week song?
I play that shit like 5 times in an episode. Are you kidding me?
You gotta be a little more specific. I have no idea.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 16th inaugural episode of the Between the Fridges podcast. My name is Carly.
My name is Amanda.
And our third host today is playing through games more than once so that you prevent yourself from having an existential crisis.
Wow, they sure as hell have a name for our third host today.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Also known as nostalgia baiting, which we're pretty good at doing on this podcast.
I mean, yes. Sorry we get excited about things. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're fine. No, but seriously, are you have you revisited anything recently? Since we're on the nostalgia train, apparently.
Since we're on the nostalgia train, I mean, as of recently, I mean, I know we talked about it a while back, but it's like we're still trying to watch the last Hunger Games movie, which we haven't watched yet.
We keep forgetting to do that shit.
But you have it on whatchamacallit, freaking Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock. Say peacock and nobody bats an eye. Say poopcock. And society.
Oh my gosh.
Have you never seen that TikTok?
No.
I see it all the fucking time.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Well, now you have.
Now I have. Now you have inducted me into your wealth of knowledge.
I sure have. Anyways.
Oh my gosh. I had a thought. It escaped my brain. I don't know. Apparently it wasn't important.
I was asking you about nostalgia games.
Nostalgia games.
Recently,
yeah.
and you said something about the last Hunger Games.
Yeah. I know it's been a minute since I played my Switch, but I was playing Kirby. So that was a fun time. I don't remember which one.
Ah, man, I was gonna say.
I can't think of the title.
Do you remember which console it was on?
I think it was one of the ones from, because I know I don't know if they've added more games because I haven't checked to like all the expansion packs. But I want to say it was on either like the Game Boy or what the hell is it called? The Game Boy or like Super Nintendo.
Okay, I was gonna say
one of the two.
I was gonna say the only Kirby title, like for sure, that I am familiar with off the top of my head, like title wise, is Kirby and the Crystal Shards, but that was for Nintendo 64.
I don't think it was that one, but maybe it was.
You know,
I could be wrong. I don't know. I was just having a good time playing Kirby. He's pink. He's adorable. Super cute. I like being able to have random powers and shit.
Yeah, dude, like Kirby's just like me. He just loves to eat everything. He's fat, like
Oh my God.
he like
He's just
and
adorable.
he just kind of molds with his environment. Like I feel that.
So, do you remember the Kirby TV show?
Yes, on like 4Kids or something.
Yeah, on 4Kids
Oh.
that turned into CW Kids
Yes. Well, I thought I don't even
or WB Kids or whatever it was.
Well, it was Kids WB.
Yes.
That turned to 4Kids.
Yes.
Yes. You could tell that we both at one point in our lives had no cable in our house.
Dude, we were very much had no cable, so it was like, oh my God. We would watch PBS Kids. We had like couple random channels that we got, like, so we got like MTV, we got the Disney Channel, we got like, I don't know, whatever, a Bravo, the Wii TV, so like random channels that we weren't supposed to get that we still got anyways because of the antenna.
Damn, we only got 5 or like 6.
Yeah, not sure how that happened.
And maybe
it happened.
Okay, we got at most 8, and I can literally fucking. I know them off the top of my head. Why is this something that I remember, but I don't remember to fucking shower for 3 days? Like, I don't fucking know. 3 was CW.
Yes.
Then it was 12, which was the NBC station.
Yep.
Then it was 24, which was
Yep.
the ABC station. Then it was 35, which was the CBS,
CBS station. Yes.
Then it was channel 48, which I'm pretty sure was like a local station for us. Then 54 was the public broadcasting station.
Yep.
And then it was 66, which was the Fox station.
Yeah.
I fucking remember that shit because that's the only thing for years. My dad got me this. Okay, my dad did not buy it for me. My dad gave me $150 one year for my birthday. It was like one of the last years I had seen my dad before he kind of like poofed. I don't fucking know. But he's like, here, you can use whatever you want with it. And I had my Nintendo 64 for my dad, and so I had asked my parents, my mom and my stepdad, if I could buy a TV and a DVD player for my bedroom.
Ooh.
And they said yes. So we went to Best Buy, and I got my little 20-inch fucking box TV with a fucking, I think it has like a VHS like bottom to it. And then I also got like this tiny little rinky-dink DVD player.
Amazing.
And so I would literally like in my room, I'd be like 10 years old, like 10 or 11, and I'm flipping through the channels and it's 3, 12, 24, 35, 48, 54, 66, 12.
Yup.
So
the
it's like
cycle.
it's like ingrained in my fucking brain. So like if somebody were to like ever kidnap me and be like, "What were the TV numbers for your TV when you were like 3?" I'm like, "Motherfucker."
You're like, I can tell you everything.
Start unlocking the chains, bitch. I'm getting out of here. 3, 12, 24, 35, 48, 54, 66. Kiss my ass.
Oh my god. Man. That is so relatable.
I'm glad you relate.
Growing up without cable. But no, cable's not all that's cracked up to be. But like, yeah, so definitely was playing some Kirby. So that's been fun. I don't know, I want to get back into Luigi's Mansion 3 because that's a good time. But I always feel like it's like if I'm playing it for chunks on end, not just like 20 minutes, not like half an hour. I was like, I will sit there and play for like a couple hours.
Literally, like, same. If I can tell that I'm like enjoying a game when I'm up till like the ass crack of dawn, and not even that. Like, I remember one time. I don't remember exactly when. No, you know what? This was probably at least like no, this wasn't during quarantine. This was like 6 months ago. Ooh. 6 or 8 months ago. When I got laid off from my last job. I'm
sorry.
Keep your thoughts to yourself. We all know they're ass.
I didn't say anything. I just went,
well, I'll say it. They're fucking ass. Not all of them. Only one person. Well, 2 people that I worked with were. 3 people I worked with were complete. Make up your fucking mind. There were 3 people that were complete ass, and I hope they had the worst season ever. We're not going to disclose where I was working, but I hope they had the worst season ever. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is,
yes,
I was laid off for 6 weeks before I went from my my previous job to my new place of employment.
Why are you laughing at me? It's all twisted around. I had to fix it.
I'm just waiting.
The cord was bothering me.
You're valid. So anyways, I had 6 weeks from when I was laid off from my previous place of employment to when I was starting at my current place of employment. And so, and this was the longest time I had ever had off like of work. I started working like a few months after I got out of high school when I was 18. And I had never taken off for like more than a couple of days since then. I've always been working.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Like, I was very lucky in the sense that I got laid off, and 8 days later, I got a job offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that job offer, they were like, hey, we need like 4 or 5 weeks to process your paperwork. So by the time my severance pay was wrapping up, I was going to be starting at my new job. And so I was like, oh my God, this is great. I get like 5 free weeks of vacation.
Yeah.
So I decided to purchase a couple of games, and I'm like, I've wanted to play these games for a while, so I'm going to play them during my severance time. And the one game that I played during that time was Life is Strange True Colors. I played that shit so much. I remember literally sitting there and I was playing the game. I was so intrigued by the story. I wanted to know what was happening. The one moment I turned to look outside, I saw fucking sunlight. I had played this game for like 6 hours.
Oh my God.
I started it at probably like 10 o'clock p.m. I look outside and I'm seeing like fucking birds and shit and the sun coming up. And I look at my phone and it's like 5:52 a.m. And I'm like, well, I need to go take a nap. Fell asleep on the couch, woke up like 3 hours later, ate a fucking, I don't know, an egg and went, let's go, and turned it back on again and kept playing. Oh my God. But that's another game that I could go on and on about being like so great. But yeah, I get it. If I love a game, that shit's getting played until I fucking drop. I need to fall over of exhaustion in order to stop playing.
Honestly,
that game.
so valid. Like, you get sucked in. If the game is good, you get sucked in. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, that means they do a great fucking job. That's why I'm scared the second I get a new Xbox. Because I'm telling you right now, the second I get a brand new Xbox and I'm able to play Resident Evil 4 on, you bet your ass that's the only thing that's going on syndication on the TV for like at least 4 days. Because it's all I will be playing. I literally, like, right before we started recording, Nakey Jakey posted a video on his side channel. Jaquan the Jequel. I still can't get on
this man.
Jaquan the Jequel. I love him. Anyways.
He's pretty great.
Jakey posted a video on Jaquan the Jequel talking about Resident Evil 4 and how, like, what his thoughts were on it. He didn't think it was enough to, like, make a whole video on it. So it was just like him sitting in his kitchen with like a little green canvas in the background, like a green screen canvas, and it was playing like clips of the game, and he was just talking about how good it was, and I'm like, come the fuck on, man. Like, it was great. Like, it was very verifying, affirming that I'm like, okay, I need to buy this fucking game.
You're like, I need this in my life.
I need this fucking game. But also, I'm like, oh, come on, what the fuck? I can't play it, you stupid bitch. So it feels like it's like dangling right in front of my face.
You're just like, I can't reach it.
It's like
I'm almost there.
It's like that one insurance commercial where the guy has the something on the fishing hook and he's like, oh, you almost had it. Ooh, get it.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're almost there. You got this. Yeah, me. I am the person trying to grab an insurance policy from a fucking old man with a fishing line. So fucking
Thank you for that
stupid.
analogy.
Well, hey, speaking of analogies that don't make sense.
Yeah?
So you said that you had something that you wanted to bring to the podcast today?
Yes.
Amazing. So what's up?
So you have a day of birth coming up.
Well, as of recording this podcast, as of the airing of this podcast, I am now 30 years old.
Yes.
I have now crossed the decade. Yay! Yay, you old piece of shit. You did it.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Welcome to the 30 Club, bitch.
Now you can't. I've been calling myself old for years as a joke, and now you can't sit here and be like, you're not old. You're not even 30 yet. So, like, that's the thing I'm most excited about. Is
I can retire the joke.
I can call myself old and decrepit, and you're not going to be like, but you can't call yourself that yet because you're not even 30.
Yes, guys, for reference, that's exactly what my voice sounds like.
I did a really fucking good job. So, anyways,
but yeah, so I know we talked about doing like a, get to know your host kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I thought, what better time than, around your birthday to ask some fun questions and get some answers from you and kind of give everybody a glimpse into who you are and your personality and all that.
Okay.
So I thought that would be cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hope that if you're asking any sensitive questions that may get my bank account hacked.
No. These are all in good fun.
I'm kidding.
All in good fun. If you hate, I found plenty of questions. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you all of them.
Okay.
Because the list that I found is like, here's 200 fun questions you can talk to your friends about, or blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Whatever the hell this is called. But I just thought it would be fun to maybe ask like 30 questions, depending on, you know, our time and how
Okay.
your answers are to these questions. So I
You
just
know
thought
I
it would
fucking
be
talk
fun.
a lot, so.
What? No, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
All right.
So if you don't like a question, you can hit the pass button. Not the smash button, the pass button.
Okay. No, I'm sure all your questions are gonna be fine.
Oh, okay. So here is the first one out the gate.
Okay.
Who is your first celebrity crush, and are you still into them?
Okay.
I don't even think I know this.
Real or imaginary?
You can give me either one.
Imaginary, as in like.
As in, I don't know, animated, fictional, who knows?
Okay. I'll see if I can think of like one apiece.
Okay.
So I would say, my first like real crush, I would say I think he's a classic.
Okay.
I think he's a classic. I think I missed the boat by like just a little bit of like him being in his prime, I guess. However, my dad, when I would go visit my dad, he would always have just like syndicated TV or whatever on. And my older cousins would talk about how they thought Jonathan Taylor Thomas was so cute. And and I would watch Home Improvement.
Who didn't?
With like my dad. Well, my dad was sleeping drunk on the couch, so I was watching Home Improvement by myself. And I was like, he is cute. I was also like 6. So
I mean, valid.
So do I understand did I understand the law of attraction in that moment? No, but did I see Jonathan Taylor Thomas and go, you know, there's something about you that gets my heart excited? Yes.
Okay, that's valid.
Imaginary, we talked about this earlier. I definitely would say it was Adult Link from Ocarina of Time, as we're going back to fucking, I can say for sure. For sure, that's what it is. Am I still into Jonathan Taylor Thomas? I think if I saw a picture of Jonathan Taylor Thomas from the recent, sure. Link from Legend of Zelda, it's a toss up. Depends on the franchise. He's looking a little twinky now, which I do love a twink. If any of you are bisexual twinks out there, oh my god, I'm available.
She's like, I'm here.
And I'm at MILF age with no children.
Oh my god. 30 makes you a MILF? Jesus.
My mom had me when she was like 23.
I mean, that's valid. I mean, okay, here. I found a recent picture of Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Ooh.
He's got the glasses going on. He's got the
Ooh, he looks like a man that I would walk into Starbucks and see him and I'd go, hey, you know anything about business litigation? And then I'd talk my shit. I would talk my way through that fucking conversation. And he'd be like, you know what? You're actually like kind of cool, but you're like too fat for me. I'd be like, you know what? I get it.
Oh my god. Just like a man with brown hair and glasses. Hello. Hi. Oh my god. Okay, moving on.
So, okay.
Because we can keep talking about
Question
two. Okay. No, I don't like that one. Okay. No, wait. I can read. Jesus. Just ignore me.
I don't know how.
Okay, what is a TV show you would want to be in?
What's a TV show that I would want to
Yeah.
be? I don't know. I don't know. It's gotta be. I think it has to be something where low stakes, Like, I can't do no shit like Grey's Anatomy where I'm cutting into somebody and
I mean,
then walk
that's
into the
valid.
fucking break room and see someone raw dogging it in the corner. Be like, what the fuck? No, I probably would say if I had to pick a TV show, it would probably be something like a Parks and Rec or an Abbott Elementary or like something where I'm like in my prime, working at the office but being like the super cool, like funny, like I'm gonna knock your fucking socks off with my jokes type of.
You're like, I'm hilarious.
I'm
my jokes.
typecasting myself.
Oh my god.
So I would say it would be in a position where I could, be my little goofy, gossipy self and then go, ooh, girl, that eyeliner is rad.
That's so good. You know what? I kind of I was like, oh, she's gonna say like a, like a The Office type of scenario. I was like, yes, mockumentary. That's right up her alley.
Yeah.
That's right up her alley.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't laugh at me when I ask you this one, but I like this one. What's the best excuse for being late you've used or you've heard of?
Okay. So,
I love you, but we know Carly isn't on time.
fun fact about me, I don't know how the fuck to be on time for anything. It's terrible. Even if I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You try so hard though.
If I wake up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning and I'm like, okay, I have an event at 4 p.m. Motherfucker, I'm walking out the door at 4:30 for that event. Oh my god. And then I get so pissed every time. Literally today, my mom called me and was like, hey, you've got scratches on your hood of your car. Can you show up to the car place and get your shit buffed by like 3:30 today? And I went, yeah, sure, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. You want to know what the fuck I was doing at 1 o'clock today? Sitting half naked on the couch watching a documentary, playing my fucking 2DS.
You're like, here I am.
And then you call going, hey, do you want decorations for the party? Because we're having by the time this podcast airs, my birthday party would have passed on Saturday. And so I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't care. I also haven't even left the fucking house yet. Didn't leave my house till 2:45 to go to go to the fucking car place at 3. Like, I'm terrible, and I try so hard. But I
You really do.
But I think I just miscalculate how long things take. Or I try, like there was this one time that I had to go to a party and I threw my clothes in the washer because I was like, I need to wash my clothes for this event. The washer malfunctioned and my shit was fucking sopped. And so I ended up being late anyways because I had to put my shit through the dryer 2.5 times. So I would say, you said, what was the question? It
was, what is the best excuse for being late you've either used or you've heard?
Oh yeah, fun fact, if you guys couldn't have figured it out yet, I also have really chronic unmedicated ADHD. So that's great. Oh, and by the way, it has been diagnosed by a doctor, unlike some people who just watched a TikTok about it and went, I definitely have ADHD and autism and schizophrenia and need to be institutionalized.
Hello, friends, from a from a friend with a psychology degree. Do not diagnose yourself on the internet. Don't diagnose yourself on TikTok. Make sure you go to credible medical sources or have referrals to get yourself checked out.
Unless it's Jennifer's Psychology on TikTok.
No.
And then you can trust
No. Don't psychoanalyze yourself because then you'll just think you're chronically ill with fucking everything.
Or the therapist lady on Shane Dawson's documentaries. You can trust her with your diagnosis.
Oh my God. I don't even remember her name, but I remember watching that documentary back in the day.
I do. Shit. It was Katie Morton. It was Katie Morton. I know her. I'm like, hey girl. I still follow her. She kind of chill, but also I'm like,
you're just like, yeah,
your credibility's in the toilet. So anyways,
that's questionable.
What's the best excuse that I have heard for being late?
Yes, from I mean, one you could have possibly used, not that I'm trying to expose you, or like one you've heard somebody say that you're like, that's shit. And I know that shit.
Okay, I'm not gonna say one that I did because I don't want to expose myself.
Expose.
I feel like
Expose.
I've fucking pulled every single fucking thing out of the book. I think the worst excuse is this best as in bad or best as in worst?
I guess that's open to interpretation.
Okay, fine. I'm changing it to the worst because I feel like if I say it's the best excuse, then it's like, oh, well, now we know that if Carly says that she saw a trapeze circus in the middle of the fucking road, we know she's lying, you bitch.
Oh my God. Did you see that in Barovia?
They're not going to know that.
I know.
They're not going to know.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I think it was funny to only our group of...
It's fine.
Our D&D group.
Just ignore
Throw that in the chat. Anyway.
Throw that in the chat.
I think the worst excuse I've heard of somebody being late was that I remember one time I was working in the drug and alcohol field, and this lady said that she was late for her interview because a squirrel on 3 different occasions on the road leading up to the facility had dropped from the electrical wires that were hanging across the road, and she ran over 3 squirrels.
What?
And so she was a little traumatized at the fact that she ran over these 3 squirrels, and I thought she was full of shit. I was like, girl, you are full of shit. And on my way home, you bet your ass on the way that she was driving, 1, 2, 3 dead squirrels. So I don't know if she was just running late and was like, well, I better pull something out my ass and say that I ran over 3 squirrels, or if she ran over those 3 squirrels. But I remember that because I was cracking up the whole time, even though I hate dead stuff. I have a huge phobia of like dead bodies, dead animals, like anything dead. And so I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? Maybe she was right. Anyways,
here's like a lady with the squirrels. Okay, here's an easy one.
Okay.
What's your favorite color? I mean, I know that, but the audience doesn't know that.
Well, I mean,
the listeners don't know
I
that.
did make myself the green host for a reason.
Yes.
I did make myself the green host for a reason. So, I would say right now my favorite color is green.
Cool.
It is also purple. I do love purple as well. But I didn't think it would make sense to have 2 purple hosts. So I was like, you know what? Like,
we could have been different colored purples.
But then it would just blend in too much, I feel like. Like, one's dark purple, one's light purple. And I feel like it doesn't, like, us both being purple would not express our vast differences as individuals. Like, when I was a kid, I had purple everywhere. I had a purple room. I had purple cheetah bed sheets with a little bed skirt. I even had these, like, cheetah wall stickers all over my walls.
Like Lisa Frank type shit?
No, not exactly. It was, like, Walmart level Lisa Frank. Because then I also had this, like, purple, like, dark purple cheetah wall bordering, like a wallpaper border. Everything in my room was, like, purple cheetah. Like, purple leopard print.
Love that for you.
And then as I got older, the purple cheetah stuff would come down, and then my walls were just covered in boys.
You're like, yes, my Zac Efron poster.
my 6-foot Zac Efron poster on my fucking door.
That's so good. That is so
good. It freaked out my mom all the time, like, because she would go in, like, in my room and shut the door, and we'd have, like, an argument or something, and she'd go to open my door, and there's fucking Zac Efron in his blazer and blue jeans and fucking flip-flops,
just like hanging out.
Just like, hey, heard what you said in there. And she's like, what the fuck is this?
It's like, why is this here? Why is this still up here?
So yeah, so I did have very much big big purple brand for myself for the longest time. And then most recently, when I got my new job and I was redoing the office up here, that's when I started transitioning a little bit into like sage greens and
I love it. I love the drapes
and yellow. Yeah, they look the little sheer curtains I have in here. They look like they're green and they look like they have little green vines on them. And then my little futon couch has some like little yellow pillows and floral pillows and stuff like that. So it's really fun. I really like it.
It's a nice, calming aesthetic.
Yeah, it keeps me working. I gotta be in here at least 4 to 5 times a week. So
that's true.
Anyways,
that's very true.
Yeah.
Another easy question.
Sure.
Carly, what's your favorite food?
Oh man.
Or should I just say at this point, Carly, what's your favorite restaurants to get takeout from?
Well, I fucking love Chipotle.
Oh my god.
That's a completely different question. Like, your favorite food and your favorite restaurant are two completely different things.
You know what? That is valid.
I do love Chipotle. However, I think something that I don't have very often, that I don't know if it's just in my head as like a nostalgia thing, but I remember every year on my birthday, my mom would be like, Carly, I'm going to make your favorite. And it was a lasagna.
Ooh.
But specifically,
ooh,
instead of using like ricotta cheese,
I don't
know if my grandma does this or what, but I will fuck it up every time. Replace the ricotta cheese with fucking cream cheese. Oh,
really?
My God, that shit is so gas. I haven't had a lasagna sub cream cheese for years. Oh my God, if my mom were to come over here today with a fucking lasagna sub cream cheese, I will eat that shit like a tub of ice cream by myself.
That sounds so good, honestly.
Oh my, and like literally, like you season the meat like normal, you make everything like normal.
You just mix it with cream cheese instead of ricotta?
Yes.
Oh shit.
That shit is so gas. It's so good. And then you get like a really good fucking cheesy garlic bread. Oh my God.
That sounds amazing. That sounds delicious.
So like I said, I don't know if the reason why I love it so much is because it's a nostalgia factor sort of thing, or if it's just actually that good. But man, I would fuck it up right now. No contest.
You're like, just give me the lasagna.
100%.
I want it.
100%.
Okay. Oh, this is a fun question. Okay, what is your go-to movie when you need a mood booster?
Go-to movie when I need a mood booster. Like I said earlier, I'm really bad. I'm really bad at watching things more than once. So I don't think I have a particular movie that I watch when I need a mood booster. However, I will say, for television, I love Community.
Oh yeah, you definitely do.
Community is probably like one of my favorite television series of all time. So I think if it's, I'm sure it's cool that I altered the question, but I would say like if I need
absolutely,
if I know for sure like a comfort like television series that I know is gonna make me laugh, that I know is going to bring me the pick me up that I need, I know I can turn on Community, and it has not failed me for the past 10-12 years that since it first started airing.
As long as we've been friends.
Yeah, I was saying. Well, no, I think the first season aired in 2009.
Oh shoot!
So yeah, it's definitely probably been like at least 15 years. It still is so good. There's some things in it that definitely do not hold up.
Right.
But I do also feel like I wouldn't be surprised if there's things like that are airing in the 2020s right now that in 2030 we're like, ooh, that didn't hold up really great, did it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, maybe even less than that. Who knows?
So I think that's like, I don't know. This is me standing on my soapbox and being able to appreciate media while also understanding that like this definitely did not hold up the way that it
Right.
should have. Well, not the way that it should have, but the way that we expected it to.
Oh, right.
Anyways, I love Community.
No, that's totally valid. Everybody has like their comfort. Just like, yeah, this brings me joy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I think this one's funny too.
Okay.
What do you think is the worst fashion decision you've ever made?
Oh my god. Can we talk about my bowl cut mullet?
I was gonna say, are we gonna go for the bangs era?
Oh my god. All I wanted for this fucking New Year's Eve party was a set of fucking bangs. And this was the like first year that I was living out on my own. And when I first moved into when I first moved out of my parents' house, I moved into this place with 5 other people in it. So there were 6 girls in one house, and the one girl said that she had her cosmetology license. And so I was like, oh my god, I've like always wanted bangs. Could I get bangs for this party? And she's like, yeah. So she cuts my bangs in the middle of the kitchen, and they looked so to me they looked so good. They looked so good. We styled my hair. I thought I looked so cute. I was wearing my little dress. And then we went to our little sober Christian New Year's Eve party with the fucking Christian DJ and shit. Oh my god, I had so much fun. And then my hair started growing out. And because she had only cut my bangs, number one, and everything else, like nothing else was cut.
Oh, she didn't do anything else. She just gave you bangs.
She just gave me bangs.
Oh.
But also, when you usually cut bangs, you're only cutting like maybe an inch.
Yeah.
She cut like halfway up my fucking head.
No.
Halfway up my fucking head. So like if I were to pull my hair up, and there was no like framing or anything around my face, so when I was pulling my hair up, I was looking like fucking Coconut Head from Next Declassified.
Oh no.
And then as it was growing out more, like it looked like I had a bowl cut in the front and a mullet in the back. Oh my god. And like, and people that I would say that to, they're like, oh my god, you're like so mean to yourself about this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not being mean. I'm just saying it looks like I have a bowl cut mullet.
You're like, this is just factual.
So
to
like
me.
fucking bless the stars above for my hairdresser Victoria. Like my mom literally like recently was like, hey Carly, have you thought about going to your cousin to go get your hair, like to get your hair cut instead? And I said no.
You're like, I got my stylist.
Unless like the only reason I would step away from my girl Victoria is like me getting a light trim for 50% off at the makeup store that I work at. Otherwise, bitch, I'm spending full price $250 for my cut and color bleach and tone. All of that, I don't even care because she got me out of the fucking trenches.
You're like, she saved my life.
She got me out of the trenches. I trust her with my fucking life.
Hey, if you can't trust your stylist, who can you trust?
Can't trust the fucking government. I'm kidding.
I mean, I thought that was pretty obvious.
I'm kidding. Moving
They're
on.
tapping our microphones. They're listening.
Moving on.
Oh, I like this too. What do you think is your favorite room in your home?
I mean, as corny as it sounds, probably our living room because that's where we all hang out.
No, that's not corny.
That's like we all hang out there, and every single event that we have is in there. So whenever we're like in our living area, like our little living space, it's like, oh cool, like this is where we all get to hang out and like be friends and shit.
We got a lot of good memories.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I was like, we hang out in the living room. We have parties. Like, we've talked about a bunch of shit. Yeah. Connections.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
The strangest thing I've ever eaten? I don't think it's super strange, but I mean, I remember one time my brother and I were at a fucking Chinese buffet restaurant, and my brother kept talking about the frog legs.
Wait, was it the one? There used to be one by the mall. Is that the one you're talking about?
By the mall?
Like behind the mall, technically, I guess.
No, this is the one that's like near the movie theater.
Oh, well, there used to be one behind the mall, and I very remember frog legs being there for when I was younger.
Okay.
I don't remember frog legs being in another one, but maybe I could be wrong.
Yes, the frog legs at the one near our movie theater. And my brother would always go in there like when we were younger, and he'd be like,
Did he eat them? Or
Oh,
no?
100% loved eating the frog legs. I think he still does. And so one time I did, like, because I wouldn't say that I'm like a picky person. There are certain foods that I just don't like. I don't eat, will avoid at all costs. Like, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you put, I like lettuce, but like, oh, you put lettuce on my taco. I'm now going to go into fucking overdrive and kill myself. Like, what?
Nothing. I'm actively not saying anything.
Don't.
I won't. I know how much you love lettuce and others do not.
I literally just ate a whole fucking bowl of lettuce like earlier.
Dude, salads
today.
are bomb as fuck.
I
Let's be
literally
real.
ate a whole fucking, because I made a salad earlier, and I sauteed a bunch of like chicken and mushrooms and peppers and onions. And I threw it in there with some Parmesan cheese and some like 3 cheese dressing from Aldi. Oh my God, fuck my life up.
Aldi's so good. Fuck it up, Aldi.
Yeah, so good. But anyways, like the bowl that I had, I didn't put it in like a regular bowl. I put it in one of those fucking burger takeout containers. Because anytime I order from like some of these places, I save them just in case people want to like take food home.
The
And I'm
throwaway Tupperware. It's a thing.
It's literally throwaway Tupperware. They're like, here you go. So like I put it in the fucking burger container. This thing is massive, and I just like took half of a bag of spring mix and just threw it in there. And I'm like, give me my shit.
Give me my salad. Oh my gosh. But no, dude, I definitely remember like frog legs. I think I tried them at one point.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I thought of them, but yep, I don't think that's that weird.
No, I don't.
I mean, but then again, what is the constitution of weird anyways? That's beside the point.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's scrolled.
What?
My page like jumped down a minute from the question I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
So next question. What's the worst date you've been on?
Oh no.
We don't have to do this question if you don't want to do this question.
I would say I don't think I've been on many. Okay. I think all of the dates that I have ever been on have been like, on a scale of 1 to 10, the worst has been like a solid 7.
That's not bad.
It's like me hanging out with a buddy, and I'm like, okay, cool, pal.
Right, just like awkward.
See you later. Right.
Yeah.
I will say though, if I had to pick any of the dates that I've ever been on as the worst, I did meet up for coffee with this guy that I met on Bumble once. And it was fine. He worked in a bank and was really passionate about working at the bank. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you work in a bank. And at the time, I was working at an accounting firm, and he was like so interested in being a CPA. So it felt like the first half of it was like I was at a job interview.
Ooh.
Because he wanted to know like all of the ins and outs of working at a CPA firm. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just the fucking secretary. I don't know how I'm going to be able to help you.
I can't help you with your CPA, my guy.
Right. I don't know how I can help you with your questions other than tell you where you can get your CPEs, but okay. And then we're getting close to the end of it because we met up at a coffee shop that's in our area that I know a couple of our friends work at. Yeah. So I was like, just in case this dude is weird. And he seemed chill. He was like, oh, hey, like, I'd love to meet up if you want to, but no pressure, yada, yada, yada. Super polite, super consensual, like consensual talk. I'm like, amazing, great. Cool. So, like, the place was closing at like 4:00. And the barista comes up to us and is just like, oh, hey, like, we're closing up soon, but I wanted to like pass out coffee, like the coffee before I dumped it out. And she goes and puts some in a like to-go cup for him. And I was like, oh yeah, like we should probably get ready to go. And he's like, well, she just gave us more coffee, so like we can hang out. And I was like, no, that's her saying she wants to close. Like I hate being somewhere like I always feel terrible closing a place down.
Oh
essentially.
Yeah, no, I get
fucking
that.
hate it. I feel terrible. Oh yeah, also he did ask me if I was a germaphobe because I had said that like it was right after Thanksgiving and I was talking about how my family had COVID right before then and how I was like cleaning the house extra for everybody. And so he asked me if I was a germaphobe and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But then
yeah.
But then at the end, like, so we finally like get out of there. And so he's telling me he had a great time. And I'm like, yeah, I had a good time too. Like, I had a good time, pal. Like, really, like, sucking him the whole, like, hey, buddy.
You're like, this is, nope.
And so, like, we're at the corner of the street. Like, my car is, like, literally right across the street. And if we're standing at the corner and he's, like, I have a question for you. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, what's up? And he goes, so like, do you like hugs?
Do the song.
And I'm just like,
What?
Yeah, sure.
Just like, what do you want me to say?
And so we just give this real awkward, like, kind of side, kind of front, kind of, I don't know, hug. And then I'm like, all right, man, nice to meet you. Have a good one. And then we mutually ghosted each other.
I mean, that's a hell of an awkward interaction to end a date.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I heard that he has a girlfriend now.
That's right. You did tell me that.
So apparently he's doing something right, and I'm doing something hella wrong. So
stop it.
You know what? Good for that guy.
Stop
it. No, because like that's the thing. He wasn't a bad guy at all. He was just kind of awkward.
It just didn't click.
He's like very awkward, and I'm like extremely boisterous. So I'm like, I get it. I get why it didn't work.
They say opposites attract, but sometimes, I mean,
This did not.
in this instance, it did not.
We were two magnets from two different brands that did not stick. Anyways.
Oh my god. Okay, what? I thought this one was fun too. What's the most entertaining thing you've read on social media this week?
The most entertaining thing I've read on social media this week? Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Yesterday they took the fucking Twitter verifications away from everybody.
They did.
They took the Twitter verifications away from everybody who fucking didn't purchase Elon Musk's Twitter Blue. Which, by the way, we know somebody who has Twitter Blue, and I hope
We do?
Yes, we do, and I hope
Do we really?
he's from our church days.
Oh, is it Mr. I love Elon Musk? He can do no fucking wrong.
Hey, I'll fucking say it.
Okay, I thought it was. Does that surprise me? Not at all.
I gotta make sure I censor.
Hey, Carly, you need to censor his name.
Yes, I
Thanks.
do. Yes, I do. See, and now they have a fucking verified organization. Verified
Gross.
organizations. So literally, if you want to be a verified company, you have to pay $1,000 a month plus any
Ew.
applicable tax.
That's disgusting.
And then if you want Twitter Blue for verifications, you pay. Well, you can do the annual fee of $84 a year, or you can just do the $8 a month. This shit is so annoying. But anyways, so
That's ridiculous.
so they got rid of Twitter Blue. Well, not Twitter, but they got rid of legacy verified accounts on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
So people are impersonating each other on Twitter.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So like I have a couple. Here we go. So like the one for sure that I can point out is Zach Hornfeld of the Try Guys.
Uh-huh.
impersonated his fellow Try Guy friend Keith Habersberger, changed his name and changed his his username,
Like his display name.
His display name.
I don't know if
yes.
that's technically what it's called.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And his picture to Keith's, the one that Keith has on his profile right now. And wrote a tweet that says, "Hey, it's me, Keith. What should I put in my big old mouth?"
That's so good.
And there's so many, and just and also just people being like, hey, bully people with verified accounts. And so anytime I see a verified account, I post a picture that's like, ew, this bitch bought Twitter.
Oh my God.
I can't find any other ones for sure. But the things that I've seen have just been so fucking good. Of just hey, I'm this person and I want to suck 17 penises.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, God damn. Because the whole thing with Twitter, the Twitter verifications was so that people didn't so that people didn't impersonate other people. But
I mean, that makes sense.
But essentially, now that Twitter Blue is behind, the verifications are behind a paywall, people are like, I don't even fucking care. Impersonate me. It's fine.
Just steal my identity on the internet. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
At all.
So, yeah, so great. And then there's some people that still have Twitter Blue. Well, they still have their Twitter verifications, but they didn't pay for it. And so they're finding out that Elon Musk is just granting Twitter Blue to whoever he wants.
Must be nice to be in charge, I guess.
So I'm like, oh shit. Anyways, so that's, I guess, the funniest thing that I've seen this week.
No, that's so valid. All right, I'm going to ask you one more to round out this fun get to know me segment.
Okay.
All right. What do you think is one item that you can't live without? Or even if you can't think of one, a couple, I guess.
I mean, obviously my, I think an obvious one would be I don't even want to say an obvious one because I was like, my phone.
I mean, at this point, though, really, landlines are not really a thing as much anymore.
How am I to access Twitter?
That's how people stay connected with your
cell
cell phones.
How can I read my smut fix without my phone?
You're like, I need to be connected.
How can I read my Gumby smut fix without my Tumblr app on my cell phone? No. I mean, I think I could go for any stereotypical thing. But especially right now, I guess if I were to go for a non-stereotypical thing, a fucking hair tie, man. I feel like my hair gets in my face all the time, and I look like a fucking idiot whenever I get food and I just throw my hair up, but my hair is just so thick and big, and there's a lot of it, that I feel like if I have it down, then it's in my food, and sometimes I eat it on accident.
No, dude, I feel like there's a logical explanation.
So I pull my hair up, and then I'm like, whatever.
I have been wearing a freaking hair tie on my wrist for as long as I can remember. It's valid. Shut up. No, it gets you.
Hey, your homo tendencies are bumping.
Oh my God, shut up. Why are you so mean to me?
I'm not mean.
You make fun of me all the time.
It's because I'm turning 30.
Is that the excuse?
No, it's because I am 30 now. I am 30 now. I'm 30.
Just get a free pass to just be mean to me. It's fine.
This is me masking my existential crisis. I'm turning 30.
You know what? Honestly, turning 30, pretty great.
Well, that's good to know. I got 2 more days to cope, and then by the time everybody hears this, then maybe I'll be a new woman.
I mean, it's cheesy, but I feel like, a lot of like birthday, I don't call them rituals, but like, rites of passage sort of thing. They're all kind of cheesy, but I guess what I took away from, the last year and turning 30 was just like, it just gives you a different perspective. At least for me, it did. It's like, all right, why am I taking myself so seriously? Why am I doing X, Y, and Z when it's like, I want to do this and that and the other thing and better myself and improve myself and kind of really just not give a fuck, essentially. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. So.
See, and that's how I kind of feel with this last year of my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like this last year of my 20s, I kind of had to do that because
Mm-hmm.
I ended up having to I really ended up having to just reevaluate my life in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was working at a job that I hated. My health was going to shit because of the job that I hated.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really wasn't like physically, mentally, like I was not in a good place at all. And I had to sit there
Mm-hmm.
and like think about, is this the path that I want to be going down the rest of my life, or
Right.
do I want to just fucking kill myself? Trigger warning for killing yourself.
Jesus.
So anyways, here I go putting the trigger warnings after.
Oh my God.
So anyways, I really had to like really evaluate my life. And I mean, luckily, the universe did some things for me, like laying me off from said job. And, I feel like this last year of my 20s,
Mm-hmm.
I had to reevaluate myself, reevaluate how I felt about myself and
Right.
looked at myself and all of these things. And sure, it's like a work in progress. I definitely like wish I was looking at and feeling about myself better than I do like in the current light that I do now. I don't know if that even fucking made sense.
No, it makes sense.
I don't even know what I was trying to say with that. But basically, like, I can look at the last year of my 20s and be like, okay, like I put in the work to make sure that I was in a better place than I was last year, because I felt the last like 3-4 years that it was just this cycle of I was in the same spot doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first year that I feel like it was like I was running on a fucking hamster wheel.
Right.
And
You were just going through the motions.
right. And this year was just like the first year that I really felt like I've launched out of the hamster wheel. I was like, well, what the fuck do I do? And I figured that out. Figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I have it all together. It doesn't mean that my life is exactly where I want it to be, because no, like, yeah, we won't get into that. But basically, just like, I'm happy with where I'm at now, but I also know that I can hopefully be someplace better.
Right.
In
No, absolutely.
the near future. So,
because I think at the end of the day, regardless of where we're at, like growth is the goal.
Yeah.
Like trying to do better, trying to be better. That's just it, regardless of, how old you are.
Exactly.
I think that's important.
Exactly. And so I would definitely say that this year for me was a big growing year, and for me to just really reset myself to understand my own personal potential, my professional potential, being able to do like pursue creative endeavors like this podcast and all of that. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't get laid off from my job.
Right. We'd still just be talking about this and just having it be haha, joking about it and having it be an idea instead of a reality.
Exactly. And so it's just I'm really great. I can't even talk. I'm really grateful for this previous year. And I am looking forward to seeing what comes for the next year. And yeah. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining the 16th inaugural episode of the Between the Fridges podcast. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to get to know me. And if you have any other questions about myself, feel free to shoot them to our podcast Instagram at Between the Fridges at gmail.com, or on our Instagram at Between the Fridges is what I meant to say. Amanda, thank you so much for asking all those questions. It was very fun. Do you have anything that you would like to say or share before I wrap us up?
Yeah, actually, I'm super glad you had a good time. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. So this time of year is just like very special for me, period. Just because, shout out to my dad. His birthday, as of recording, we are recording on a Friday. His birthday is tomorrow on the 22nd. So happy birthday, Dad. If I'm doing if I'm doing the math right, I believe he's going to be 56 years young.
56, happy birthday, Dad.
So happy birthday, Dad. And then of course the next day is Carly's birthday, the 23rd.
Happy birthday to me. I'm 30.
She's gonna be 30 and we'll be 30 by the time this is posted. But yeah, it's always a kind of super crazy weekend, but I'm always very grateful that I get to invest time and spend time with people that are important to me. So that holds a very special place in my heart. So happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, Carl. I love you guys.
Love you too.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Wish people some birthday wishes. Drop them in the email. Drop them on our Instagram at Between the Fridges and betweenthefridges@gmail.com. Kenny from Zoom, if you want to wish Carly a happy birthday.
Kenny's not listening to this episode. Kenny's not listening.
We don't know that. Our goal is to have him on the podcast, so maybe his birthday will get him on the podcast.
I mean, who knows? Like, if somebody out there has connections to Kenny from Zoom, get that motherfucker in our DMs. I swear to God, I will. I don't know. I'll etch you on my grave.
Oh my God. But yeah, that's all I have. You got anything else to add, Carl?
Not really. Yeah, just if you guys want to give me a gift, either get me Kenny from Zoom or send me a really great raunchy fan fiction to Between.
You can give us a 5-star review.
Or you could give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcast. In exchange for your generous review on Spotify or Apple Podcast, we will read your review on the podcast and we will give you a shout out on the podcast. You'll get a shout out on the podcast if you review the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Take a shot every time I say podcast. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today and every week. My name is Carly.
My name is Amanda.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
So what type of geriatric shit should I do now that I'm 30?
Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't call it geriatric shit, but I joined a book club that makes me feel smart and fancy.
What if I joined bingo at the old lady home?
You know what? I think anyone of any age can join bingo.
I walk into the old lady home and I'm like, stop the presses. I'm available. B5.
Is that what we need to do on our other designated Thursday nights? Pack your bags, Carly. We're going to bingo. Get your dabba and grab your knapsack. Fill it with some snacks. We're going up to the bingo hall down the street.
I'm the fucking... I'm the annoying geriatric one laughing at E16. It's like, oh, E16! That's me!